In 2010, Jaboneta was the first director for new media under the Philippine president. His daily reality was defined by high-level digital strategy and institutional communications within the Malacañang Palace. But while Jaboneta worked on national messaging in Manila, a local volunteer in Zamboanga City shared a different reality: the plight of the children in Layag-Layag. To reach the nearest school, these children had to swim 2 kilometers through ocean water and trek through deep coastal mud every morning. They arrived at their desks exhausted, cold, and with soaked uniforms. This physical barrier to education led to high dropout rates, as many students simply could not sustain the commute. Jaboneta realized that the centralized government bureaucracy he worked for was not designed to address a crisis this localized and visceral. He saw a gap that demanded immediate action outside the traditional state apparatus. Jaboneta decided to test the power of his professional network. He posted a single Facebook status detailing the children's situation and asking for help. The response bypassed traditional fundraising timelines. Within a week, friends and strangers provided enough capital to launch the Jaboneta Fund for Little Kids. By March 2011, the fund delivered its first motorized vessel, New Hope, painted school bus yellow and capable of ferrying 30 children to school. This one success suggested that decentralized digital networks of citizens could identify and solve specific infrastructure failures faster than the central government. Layag-Layag was only the beginning. Across an archipelago of over 7,000 islands, thousands of other children faced similar geographical barriers to reaching a classroom. To address this scale, Jaboneta resigned from his government post in 2011, choosing to focus entirely on the community-led movement. The project formally became the Yellow Boat of Hope Foundation. Instead of a top-down management style, they recruited local Hope paddlers, volunteers embedded within the villages to build and monitor the boats. The foundation eventually expanded to over 200 communities. Today, they have delivered more than 5,000 boats and provided school access to over 80,000 children. By relying on this network of local volunteers to build and maintain their own infrastructure, the foundation mirrors the pre-colonial Balangaynit, a system where community unity is the primary driver of survival and progress. However, providing a boat only solves the problem of transportation. It doesn't address the lack of classrooms in remote areas, or the fact that many families still need their children to work for the household survival. This realization led the foundation to pivot into holistic infrastructure. They have since constructed 13 school buildings and dormitories for students in mountain regions, ensuring the destination was as accessible as the journey. To tackle the economic root of the problem, the foundation uses a dual utility model. These boats ferry children to school in the morning and afternoon, but serve as livelihood fishing vessels for the parents during the day. This model increases household income while keeping the children in school. By stabilizing the family's microeconomy, the foundation reduces the pressure for children to drop out and engage in labor. As the physical infrastructure matured, Jaboneta identified a new barrier emerging in the 21st century: the divide in digital and cognitive skills. In 2024, he founded Kenzo AI, a consultancy designed to bring AI fluency to under-resourced schools and small businesses in the Philippines and Singapore. This program uses a structured 4-tier training ladder. It guides institutions from AI foundations up to practitioner, specialist, and leadership levels. This strategy follows the logic of the Yellow Boat movement. Start with an individual's capacity and build toward a self-sustaining system. Jaboneta views access to these tools as a fundamental right. Without fluency in emerging technology, marginalized communities face a modern barrier to economic participation that is just as real as a physical lack of roads or bridges. To scale these initiatives, he uses the HOPE framework: harness potential, open your mind and wallet, perspire through action, and empower others to lead. His work has been recognized globally, with Jaboneta serving as an Acumen Global Fellow, an international TEDx speaker on 4 continents, and a strategist for emerging technologies. He has spent 15 years proving that localized empathy, when paired with the right digital and operational tools, can build a blueprint for global change.